Hello, I can't believe I finally get to say it. Welcome to my channel. My name is Kristen. I am 22 years old. I'm a pre-med student. I graduated from UC Berkeley in spring of 2019. I just finished a post-bac program at Charles Drew University, and I'm currently studying for the MCAT. And if you couldn't already tell from my background, I absolutely adore reading books, and it's going to be the main topic of my channel. I decided to choose the BOOKTUBE newbie tag as my first video for my channel so that we can talk about what kind of books I like and so we can start to get to know each other. So the first question is, why did you start this channel? I started this channel because, as I said before, I love reading, but I also love to discuss the books that I read, and I don't have many people in my life who love to read the same type of books that I do, and so I typically do not have anyone to talk about the books that I read with, and that's something that I want to add in my life, hence the beginning of this channel. Question 2. What are some fun and unique things you can bring to BOOKTUBE? So I have yet to find a booktuber who is also a pre-med student applying to medical school, and so I feel like in that aspect I'm unique. But also, if there are booktubers who are pre-med students, please let me know. I would love to connect with them. But other than that, I would love to discuss my love for medicine with you guys and discuss my journey as a pre-med student and hopefully as a medical student, and answer any questions that people may have, along with the typical booktube content such as TBRs, wrap-ups, and reading vlogs. I hope to also vlog my week in a life as a pre-med student. I would just love to give you an in on the different aspects of my life, but mainly books. And then secondly, the and more part of my channel is medicine. So I'm very excited to give you a sneak peek into the two passions that I have in my life, reading and science. So moving now on to question 3, what are you most excited about for this new channel? So as I mentioned earlier, I don't have many people in my life who love to read and discuss the books, so I am definitely excited to connect with other members of the BOOKTUBE community and just form new relationships and get to know more people who love to read as much as I do. I'm also very excited about getting a little more used to talking to a camera so I can let my entire personality shine in these videos. I'm very excited to showcase the ideas that I have in the back of my head on video ideas that I have and bring different people onto my channel, because I already have a lot of friends who are like, Kristen, I want to be on your channel, whether they're my reading friends that I already have or my pre-med friends who are super excited to hear about my journey into medicine. So I just have a lot of good ideas that I'm excited to finally showcase on my channel. So now I'm going to combine question 4 with question 10 because they kind of tie into each other. Question 4 is, why do you love reading? Question 10 is, what kind of books do you read? So the kind of books I read are mainly fantasy, and I read a lot of science fiction as well, but mainly fantasy. Young adult and adult are just perfectly fine for me. And why I love reading so much is because it's an escape from reality. I sometimes don't want to think about real life, and I would love to just escape into a new world and discover new characters who become my friends, and we build a bond, and it's a fun time. What I found is that the themes and topics authors discuss in these fantasy and science fiction novels are the same themes and ideas that happen in real life. It's just attributed to a non-human character, which I think is great because I deal with humans every day. We all deal with humans every day. It's nice to get a nice little break from them and just talk to a werewolf or a fairy or a vampire or somebody in outer space and get to know them and understand their life and why they do different things. And it's the same thing that happens on Earth. So, question number 5 is, what book or series got you into reading? Now, I've literally been reading ever since I can remember. I'm reminded constantly from my Nana and other members of my family that when I was younger, I would come to the family gatherings, I would go in the back, grab 10 books, comes to the family room where everybody's chilling, relaxing, watching TV, having great conversation. And I would come in with my 10 or so books, ready to find somebody to read every single one of those books to me. And you know what's so rude about my family is that they would see me coming and they would look away from me because they did not want to read 10 books to me. And so I would just pick somebody and they would just be forced, because how can you say no to me? You can't. So I would just make them read to me. I don't know what books they are reading, which is why I can't say what book necessarily got me into reading, but I will say that the series that I have the most vivid memories of are the Twilight series. This series I have so many memories with. For example, my mom would not let me read this book until the day this movie came out for some odd reason. I love reading books before watching movies, as any normal person would. And so I brought the book with me to the theater because I was going to read as many pages as I could before the start of the movie. So that's just an example of why I have such vivid memories of this particular series. Question number 6 is, what questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? So I want to take this time to kind of let you guys know how I found BookTube. Last summer, I graduated from UC Berkeley, as I said before, and I got right back into reading. During my undergrad years, I wasn't reading as much because I was always super busy and I just didn't think I had enough time to read. But during the summer after I graduated, I realized that that was wrong and that I had a lot of time to read if I found the time to do so. And I started to do that. I was on YouTube looking up videos for something probably involving bullet journaling, and I ran into Books with Chloe, one of her bullet journaling videos. And as I was looking at her other videos, I realized that all she talked about was books, and I thought that was the absolute best thing I've ever seen in my life. And so ever since last summer, I wanted to start a BookTube channel, and I just haven't found the time yet because, as I said also earlier, I just finished a post-bac program and that also took up a lot of my time. And so now that I'm studying for the MCAT, I am going to just force myself to find the time to sit down and make these videos. I don't know if I would ask any of my favorite booktubers any specific questions, just the general, how do you find the time to make videos and balance other parts of your life? Question 7 is, what are the challenges of starting a BookTube channel that you think will be the hardest to overcome? For me, I think the hardest challenges to overcome with this channel will be posting consistent videos, because I'm super busy and sometimes I just want to study all day long and not do literally anything else, not even read. And so it's going to be a challenge for me to kind of set a schedule and stick to it and figure out my flow. I want to post at least one video a week, but it'll probably be bi-weekly. And hopefully once I get a flow, it'll just become more easier and just a part of my everyday schedule. Actually, looking at question 8, I kind of already answered it, which was, when did you start reading? And going back to the story of my family being rude to me and not wanting to read to me, that's probably when I started reading. My mom loves reading, and so she instilled that skill into me and my sister early on in our lives, and we both read. We read different genres of books, but we both still read to this day. Okay, so last question. It's an easy one. Where do I read? I read mostly in my bed. I like to read right when I wake up and right before I go to sleep. I also like to read in my desk chair because it's super comfortable, and I don't mind reading in the car and on the couch downstairs. So that wraps up all of the questions. Thank you for staying through the whole video. I hope that you found me interesting enough to want to subscribe to my channel and join the G Squad. We're going to have a great time. I'm excited for you to walk with me through my journey in reading and as a medical student, because I'm putting good vibes in the air for myself. Like, subscribe, comment on this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.